Hi everyone, welcome back to my IGTV. My face is already done, and if you have any questions on any of the products that I use, just comment below and I will let you know. This tutorial is just a basic tutorial on the eyebrows. Basically beginner steps to achieving a nice eyebrow. Make sure you stay till the very end for my little blooper funny stuff, okay? Okay, so the first thing I want to show you all that you'll need for your eyebrows is a eyebrow pencil. This is only $2. Then you want to use, to start, something like this, which is a gel and powder eyebrow kit to fill in the eyebrows once we've traced them. But this little kit from e.l.f. is only $5. Now, because this video is not sponsored by e.l.f., I'm just kidding, it's not. But I like their products because they're affordable and they're great for starting. So the next item you'll need is an eyebrow pencil, okay? So I got this one from Revlon. e.l.f. does have one, but they didn't have it in my shade, so I just grabbed this one. And this is a micro pencil, so you want to try to use a pencil that is what they consider a micro blading pencil or a precisely pencil. This we'll use for the outlines and to create the shape of our brow, okay? The one from e.l.f. is really good, and I think it's like $5, so it's very affordable. All right, so to start, you're gonna use your pencil, so your precise pencil, and the more you practice, ladies, the better you'll get. I am not the best at eyebrows. It is definitely one of my struggles along with the wing, but I practice all the time and I've come a long way and they look better. So the first thing we're gonna do is start outlining our eyebrows to create the shape. So this is kind of what my eyebrows look like now. I do need to get them waxed, but I'm trying to let them grow out. So let's get started. So I always start from like right here, not the front. I'm always gonna start from like right here, okay? And you want to lightly press, very lightly press when you're using these products so they don't go on too harsh, and then they're easy to use your spoolie to drag them out and spread them evenly. So we're gonna start right here. Now, something I used to do when I came down to the point was drag it down, but it was giving me that like McDonald's look, you know, McDonald's. Anyway, so something that I learned is when you get to the end, you want to swipe out, okay? So that way it goes. And you don't ever want to go past this part. So you could always use your pencil as a measurement. Don't go past this part right here because you don't want the eyebrow all the way out here. You want it to kind of line up with the corner of your eye, just like that. So as you're doing it, once you get to the tail of it, just kind of measure it like this, and if it's right there, that's as far as out you want to go. So I went ahead and did the bottom. I always start with the bottom because it gives me a base, and then I'm going to go to the top. And again, I always start right here, okay? And I'm just going to do the same thing. And then when you get to the end, you're gonna swipe again, okay? Just like that. All right, so now that they're kind of in place there, I just go over it again just to make sure that they are the shape that I want them. There we go. And then I will use my spoolie. This is the e.l.f. Dual brush that I showed you for $2. And I'm just going to brush my hairs across just like this. Okay. Now we could leave it like that as far as this part. We're going to talk about the inner portion in a minute. But I do like a little arch. I used to do a big arch, but I'm not into that style anymore. So when you do your arch, you want to take your pencil and use your measurement from the tip of your nose and go there, and that's where you want your arch to start. And then to get the arch, I just kind of drag it up slightly and then drag down. All right, so it kind of now has that little arch. and it looks pretty. So now we're gonna talk about the inner part right here. Now for this part, I go in even more lightly because I like the inner parts of my eyebrows to be more fluffy and lighter, and then darker as it goes on to the end of the tail of the eyebrow. So here I go in with an even lighter hand, okay? And then I start right at the tip where my eyebrow starts, and I softly drag it over. And now you can see I have a really little defined line right there, okay? And then I kind of do the same over here, slightly. And I make sure that it all matches and lines up. Okay, so if you don't have a lot of hairs right here like I do, okay, what you're gonna use is your pencil as well. And then you're gonna start, I like to put my finger lightly right here on my cheek just to support the strokes that I'm about to do, because you want to do like little strokes to get that hair-like look. Okay, so I like to put my pinky right here, and then I'll start right here, and then I just flick up. Just very carefully flick up. Okay, so then you kind of have now some hair-like flicks right there, and it looks nice and even. Okay, so if you watched makeup tutorials before, eyebrow tutorials, you're gonna hear the saying, eyebrows are sisters, not twins, so they're not gonna look exactly alike, which is true. Sometimes my eyebrows aren't sisters, they're not even friends, they don't even like each other, so one's like over here and the other one's over there, but I make it work, okay? So, all right, so that's how I like my eyebrows to look. Now they're set in place, okay? So we're gonna move on to the next step. Now this is when your handy little tool comes back into play. Before I set them with the pomade or the powder, I'm gonna go ahead and use the spoolie side and carefully brush through them, okay? So dipping into the darker part right here, which is what they're gonna consider in this palette, which is the pomade. They also have those round pomades that you see, but this one comes in here. And I'm going to use the brush part here. And I like this one because it's nice and thin, so it goes on precisely. Now you're gonna take this part right here, and then what you're gonna do, let me move is you're going to, on this side, you're gonna have it turned at the angle with the sharper point down to the end. And you're just going to flick and fill in the eyebrow, so there's no like empty spaces. Okay, you don't want to rub it because it's gonna just smudge it. You want everything to look natural. And I don't like my eyebrow like completely filled with the pomades. I do like it to look hairy, kind of looking like that. When we clean it up, it's gonna look really pretty. So you could keep going back in as you're doing the eyebrows and find any areas that you need to cover either with the pencil or the pomade, okay? And that right there is, I'm done. Very, very simple. We literally only used 3 products, just the beginning steps. You're gonna trace them out with your pencil. You're gonna use the pomade to fill them in, and then use your spoolie to brush through them, and you'll get a nice shape. I'm gonna come in a little closer so you ladies can see my eyebrows. It takes a lot of practice. You're not even gonna get it the first time, and if you do, God bless you. I mean, my sister's the only one that could do her eyebrows in a minute. The girl can do her eyebrows driving, okay? And her eyebrows are always on fleek, okay? That's my sister for you. As always, I love you guys, mwah, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. And she's done, boom, boom. Just kidding. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Dream, Faith, Hope, all together, all lowercase, so you can keep following me on IGTV. And if you don't have Instagram, don't worry. I will still continue to post it on Facebook for all of you. Love you again. Bye.